Everybody to race 2 of the round of 16 in the playoffs for the Silverman Game Calls Cup Series. My name is Jake Little. Alongside with me, as always, is Rick Rose, and Rick is battling kind of a voice loss here tonight, but he's here with us. And Rick, how's your voice holding up over there?
I'm ready to go watch some racing. Silverman Game Call Cup Series, New Hampshire Speedway. Put on and let's get this national anthem underway.
Rose would always say. That was a beautiful rendition of our national anthem, but let's get down to business. Race 2, round of 16. Last week, Richard, that those last few laps, from seeing Calvin Allison and Edgebird wrecking the two dominant cars, to Casey Heschel coming from 6th to win it in one turn. Do you think we'll see something like that here tonight, or since it's a narrower track, not a lot of room, what do you think we'll see here tonight?
I think last week proved that if it can happen, it will happen.
Yeah, that
what
is
can
true.
go wrong will go wrong. Now, the Chase guys are loving it. Not Chase guy won the race. They still got a shot.
Yes.
But on the flip side of that, there's only 3 races left.
Yeah, after race 1 of round of 16, the bottom 4 sitting right now, if the playoffs were to round of 16 to end right now, John Hinchcliffe, Ryan Harford, Jordan Beck, and Raymond Dormer are sitting at the bottom 4. So they have quite a amount of work to do, especially Ryan Harford, Jordan Beck, Raymond Dormer. They are in a must-win situation. John Hinchcliffe, he's 31 points out. So he can still make it in on points relatively if a couple people in front of him have a bad race these next 2 weeks. But Andrew Bird, Calvin Allison, Kyle Fram, Andrew Jones, Matt McLean, your top 5 in points. Aaron Taylor, 6th. Chris James, Chuck Phillips, Josh Sturgill, Cam Helm, Cam Warren, and David Clark rounds out the top 12. So
yeah, and speaking of that, one of those names, this individual did correct me on the way we've been pronouncing his name. It's Kyle Frame, not Fram. So I just wanted to apologize to him. He did hit me up, and he's like, "Hey, last name's Frame."
Oh, that is definitely good to know. As hey, who's over there sitting on the pole here today in a few minutes?
Who's sitting on the pole tonight? Josh Sturgill, that number 17 Superman car for Z-Talk Motorsports.
That Josh Sturgill, he sits on the pole. He's gonna be hard to pass here tonight. But Andrew Bird, the winner here, back just a month ago, he is gonna be starting in the 2nd position. So remember, last time we were here, that door and run that Andrew Bird put on Matt McLean.
Yep.
We're gonna expect to see something like that again here tonight. Don't expect maybe it will be Andrew Bird doing it again, but will it be to Matt McLean, or will Matt McLean do it to someone else, or will someone else do it to someone totally different? You don't
Just
know.
got to
especially
wait
here.
and see. Yeah.
Yeah. So this race is 125 laps. So
A lot of cars.
a lot of cars, yes, and it looks like, I'm trying to see how many cars have taken time. 25 cars have taken practice, and we got 2 cars sitting on pit road. So a total so far of 27 cars around this 1.06 mile track. So it's gonna get crazy.
It is. And if you're watching Facebook stream is what I'm watching, I'm there with you guys. I'm inside the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for. Ask us questions. We got you in Facebook chat. Make sure you give it a share too.
It looks like these drivers are starting to finish up their practice run, and you're gonna come down to pit road and grid up for the starting of the New England 125. And while they're doing that, let's go down our starting lineup here tonight. Just mentioned Josh Sturgill on the Buzz Pole Award for tonight's race. Andrew Bird 2nd, Calvin Allison 3rd, John Hinchcliffe 4th, Thomas Harmon 5th, Andrew Jones 6th, Ryan Heskard will start 7th, Matt Cherry, haven't seen him in a while, will start 8th, Kyle Frame will start 9th, Justin Levine 10th, Patrick Green 11th, Matt McLean 12th, Jordan Beck 13th, 14th, Dustin Majewski, Zachary Hale start 15th, Aaron Taylor 16th, Mike Fortier 17th, Darren Clark 18th, Sam Niederhelm 19th, and Raymond Dormer runs out the top 20. Chris James 21st. Casey Heschel, last week's winner, start 22nd. David Clark 23rd. Robert Dudley 24th. Danny Lowe, who is admitting tonight. Tommy Reed couldn't make it here tonight, so Danny Lowe will be calling the shots here tonight up in the tower. Justin Epperson 26th, and last one on time, Sam Warren in the 27th. Chuck Phillips first on provisional in the 20th position. Brian Harvard 29th. Tim Hagenbruckner 30th. Kyle Trito 31st. Gene Collum 32nd. Scott Messick 33rd. Justin Barnett 34th. And I don't know if all those guys are in here tonight. And it looks like Chuck Phillips, Kyle Trito, Brandon Parsons will be the last one in the field. So 28 car fielder tonight. Pretty good size field, so should be interesting to see how they first spot around this 1.06 mile track.
Yeah, and the person we're going to be watching, just starting right off in the bat at number 17. We're going to see how Josh Sturgill can get this start.
Yeah, if he doesn't get a good enough start, you know that 32 machine of Andrew Bird will be gone.
Fresh tires, fresh race.
Yeah.
It's time to buckle it down and go.
So, like I said, he won here back in, what was it, July? He won, I think it was July he won here.
But it proved last week, that was regular season, this is playoff. Anybody can win.
That's true, even if you get the move someone out of your way.
So that pace car is going to be tipping down, taking a hard left. Cars start to pack up.
Green flag.
Green flag's out. New England 125 is underway. Presented by Speedway Game.
And Josh Sturgill did what he had to do. He comes up in front of the 32 machine to cover that spot. As 32 looks like to have a run. No, yes, he will. He'll dive down on the inside.
Andrew Bird got a huge run coming off of 2.
Andrew Bird, he wants that bonus point. Yeah, he has a lot of bonus points, but he wants another one. He wants to lead that first lap, and he won't. Josh Sturgill will lead the first lap.
And, it's a common occurrence. Going in and coming out at 1 and 2, Andrew Bird's always fast. But he always loses speed at the other end of the track.
Yeah, that is true, and Josh Sturgill just trying and hoping that the 32 machine falls off before this run gets going. And say they are pretty side by side throughout the whole field except for the front two.
Yeah, some great racing going on all over the place. Kyle Frame and them back here racing for 6th place.
But pretty much they are pretty much all. That's true. How you have to.
They just got to realize that it's a long race. They got to be there at the end. So pushing yourself this early could cost you.
That is true. And Josh Sturgill, he's starting to make a little bit of gap between him and Andrew Bird, but Andrew Bird's staying right with them. You got 3rd place. One of the ones we talked about in the bottom 4 have to have a good run here tonight. John Hinchcliffe, Calvin Allen, 4th, and Thomas Harmon rounds out the top 5.
Yeah, if you're in that bottom 4 right now, you're looking for a good finish, but you're looking for more win. You want to submit? Oh, contact!
Caution's out. Hey man, your mic sounds like a little far away from your mouth again. Just double check that for us, please.
Number 64 of Andrew Jones.
Whenever our chase but replay here. Say 64 came down. It looks like he came down right in front of the 8 car of Patrick Green. Looked like the 64 machine coming off turn 2. Tried to get that arc off, and
Oh yeah, yep.
The 8 car happened to be
Came down
there.
on number 8. I tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and get this all figured out, and we will be back after the break. New England 125 presented by Simple Man All Cup Series. We'll be back.
Man, 8 laps in, we're under caution currently on the New England 125. You know,
Well, I'll tell you, you're gonna have a lot of people pushing.
Cars spun up. But we did so.
Yeah, so the EOL went to the number 64, Andrew Jones. I'm gonna say to make him New England 125. You see that sitting in the top 10 right now in 9th is Josh. There was some pits that happened. And we're trying to figure out what's going on, so.
Josh Sturgill came down pit road. He's the first car with the 4 tires sitting in the 9th position. So the top 7 stayed out. However, the 72 of Ryan Heskard took right sides. So it should be interesting to see as pace car dives down, and we are getting ready to go green. We are green.
Oh, and they get bunched up. There could have been a bad accident there. Somebody looked like spun their tires or something.
So that top 4, they got a pretty good jump.
That was some good control by these guys. That could have been ugly quick.
Yeah, I'm watching this 72 car. Not, these fresh tires, they will make a difference. Maybe a little bit of difference in the beginning of the run. As go and goes out, it even itself out. So
yeah, well, they're backing up right now, and that's we're seeing a big cluster in the back. People that are just fighting for position with Josh Sturgill and David Clark.
Ryan Heskard restarted 8th. He's up to 5th already, and underneath him is the first car with 4 tires, Andrew Bird. Is getting Aaron Taylor right in front of him. The 72 car.
Coming from the Facebook chat, Cody James. Cody James says here to Matt McLean. So we have some Matt McLean fans out there. And it looks like Josh Sturgill's having a little bit of problems.
Caution.
What
was the fucking caution for?
Grass on the back strip.
Big crash.
I think that was the 98 machine. It was.
It's at that moment you see a car spinning in front of you that something happens to pucker up, and you just hope you can avoid them.
I think I can smell them up here. I just want to make it clear, the 79 car of Daniel Lowe is in the field tonight. He is doing, he's racing and controlling the race. So Danny Lowe doing double here tonight. So just
double duty for Danny Lowe.
Just wanted to clear that up for everyone. I'm guessing, but however he is. So.
And I think old boss man's watching on Facebook. So we're gonna watch our P's and Q's. Kyle Frame was given the UL.
How's Kyle? So yeah, but these top two stayed out. John Hinchcliffe and Matt McLean stayed out. Meanwhile, two machine of Andrew Bird.
So we're gonna see some more strategy with this this pitting. 8 laps in, people are already pitting. So,
I mean, if you're running in the front, you know, top 5, top 6, top 7, maybe even hold the top 10, I wouldn't pit. But if you're sitting, you know, in the, last place or 5 cars from last, yeah, I'm gonna come in, take 4 tires. I got nothing to lose. But I just, these 2 chase driver or playoff drivers on the top 2. Maybe they're trying something for later to see if it'll match, or only they know what is going on here.
Yeah, that's coming out of the Facebook chat. I can't read that name, but they said somebody, these commentators need to be Hall of Famers. So thank you for that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name though.
Well, we already know I'm a future Hall of Famer. So.
Future Hall of Famer Jake Little. I do apologize for my voice. Trying to keep the vocal cords going.
Yeah, he didn't get, he needs some honey to soothe that voice, Richard.
Some honey, yeah.
That's what you need.
I need some honey.
No, but I mean, 15 laps into this race, I mean, like I said, maybe, maybe Andrew Bird, Josh, maybe they know something that us commentators don't. That's why they're on the track racing and we're up in this booth.
Yeah.
This nice air condition they provide,
Well, I mean, it was proven last week that even a blind dog's going to find its bone. Hey, Casey Heschel winning.
Yeah, that is. I mean,
Casey Heschel's in the Facebook chat. That's why we bring it up. But yeah, it looks like the lights are off. Pace car. Looks like we're gonna go green this time by. Casey Heschel says, "Watch it."
Yeah, he said this commentary sucks. Jake is fine. All right. Anyway, we're gonna get back to racing here. I don't think you hear us blab on. Pace car is gonna dive down there one more time, and the green flag's gonna fly right now. John Hinchcliffe on the front row with Matt McLean.
And we see Josh Sturgill back up there in the top 5. So we're gonna see what kind of action he can. Well, we got contact. Car spinning. He saved it.
Ooh, yeah, it looked like they saved it.
That was a top caliber save right there.
But, oh, this is the 24 machine into the 28 of Calvin Allison. Calvin Allison did a 4-wheel slide and he saved it. That was an awesome save.
The one that we were talking about earlier, that number 88, Matt McLean. He's running second right now. You're going to have to watch him.
He's definitely one. He actually just got passed by the 72 car, Ryan Heskard. And he's going to battle back on the outside. He gets that run off the high line. But Ryan Heskard, remember, he took those 2 tires under that caution.
Caution.
Another
Back
caution. Yeah.
I heard a big hit.
What'd you have there, bud?
3rd caution of the night. Here at the New England 125, presented by Speedway game called Cup Series. Oh, Danny Lowe's involved. I tell you what, we're going to get this one figured out. We're going to take a commercial break. We will be back here at New England 125, presented by Speedway game. We'll see you in a minute.
The 20 car just turned the 42.
He hit hard, too. I think.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Oval Racing Series. You're listening to Kevin, the co-host of The Buzz on ztalkradio.com. You can catch me live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com, where me and my co-host, Molly Spence, we cover all topics from paranormal, true crime, alternate history, healing, spirituality. I mean, we cover it all, even the occasional conspiracy theory. Again, we try to cover the gamut of all things. You can listen to us again live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the race and see if my car, driven by Danny Lowe... Hey everybody, this is Kevin, co-host of The Buzz on ztalkradio.com. And you can catch me and my co-host Molly Spence live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. We talk about all topics, be it paranormal, cryptozoology, aliens, UFOs, abductions. Oh, good Lord. We cover it all, even the occasional conspiracy theory. Again, catch me live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com. Hey everybody, this is Kevin, co-host of The Buzz on ztalkradio.com. And you can catch...
And we are back here at the New England 125, presented by Speedway game called Cup Series. A lot of confusion on this yellow. They're calling it net code. If you don't know what that is, it's basically where you don't hit them, but the thing says you do. It's kind of weird with simulation racing. But what was your take on that caution there, future Hall of Famer Jake Little?
And you know, there's multiple takes on this track. People are going to say 2 was blocking, the 42, 42 came down, the 20, just wrecked them. It depends on what view you're on, but my view of it just looked like the 20 just had a bigger run than what he thought, and then thought he'd go to the outside and just kept going. Maybe he thought he was closer to the turn than what he actually was, and he thought, I don't know, we won't know.
Well, I want to tell you what, it doesn't look like anybody's getting an EOL.
That is interesting.
I have not seen one thing come across. That's a first for this season.
Looks like we are going green.
And they're calling it no EOL because of net code.
Gotta love that net code. As pace car dives down, and we are green.
It's going to cause a lot of controversy, folks. Stick around for that one.
Yeah, that 5 gets another good jump, but look who's fought his way back up, battling for second. Josh Sturgill. Rip.
He's going to be riding up there with Ryan Heskard.
Ryan Heskard, yes. Behind him, Andrew Bird. Meanwhile, the 5 of John Hinchcliffe is loving this. He's like, keep battling, I want to get away.
Josh is looking pretty fast.
Say,
if he can stay out of trouble. If he can stay out of the trouble. But he's got Andrew Bird lurking right behind him. So John Hinchcliffe has got his work cut out for him. But you said top 5, you have 3 strong competitors. With Matt McLean, Andrew Bird, and Josh Sturgill. That are lurking behind you.
Yeah, that's true. If you folks, see these cards, and you wonder why some of them have orange numbers and orange wheels, that indicates they are playoff drivers. That's Oval's way. Someone in the game called identify all playoff drivers. So if you see any of those cars, that's what it means.
Big wreck, backstretch.
How about water, pressure, temperature right there?
I did not catch the number on that, but there was a car flying around the track. Looks like the number 48's backwards, or the 49.
It looked like the 49 and the Clarks too. Let's see here. I'm looking at the replay. It kind of looks like the 21 tried to get behind the 49. They realized he was too close, but then the 49 got loose, tried to save it and clipped the 20. And the 20 car hits the wall hard, nearly flips. He gets in the air. Saying someone just went through the 20 car. Couldn't tell what number that was.
Yeah, somebody had gotten into Robert Dudley, it seems. Z does make an abrupt change.
I was gonna say, it looked like, I don't know, it's a hard situation to, because it looked like he was going left to the 20, then the 21 was coming down. And
then it all really started with that number 70. The number 70 49 did get into contact. And then it looks like, yeah, the number 21 gets into the 49.
I didn't go back that far.
But yeah, coming off the corner, the number 70 door bumps. And it's nothing bad, but it seems like it started that chain of events.
Yeah.
But it did not start that accident. I'm just saying it kind of was there.
And that sort of thing happens at these small tracks, especially at Bristol, Martinsville. Any of these tracks, that are a mile or shorter, over, there's not much room to make a mistake. You make a mistake, then, you're going to take yourself up plus 2, 3 other cars. It's definitely hard. It's hard to avoid.
Yeah, see, that's what they're complaining about right now. They're saying that the number 70 and 49 got into it first, and that's what started it, but it really didn't. There are a lot of people questioning these EOLs tonight. So, because the cat's way the mice are going to be playing, type deal. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. As we had pit stops take place, Andrew Bird came down pit road along with Ryan Heskard, Calvin Allison, Justin Levine, Patrick Green. They're sitting back, outside the top 10. Meanwhile, John Hinchcliffe, Josh Sturgill, Matt McLean, Kyle Frame, Raymond Dormer up to 5th. David Clark, Sam Niederhelm, Kyle Trito, and our own Danny Lowe, I believe was the first car in 10th with 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles. Yes, those Goodyear Eagles make you fly. That's how that 20 car got off the ground.
Yeah, he's been drinking a lot of Red Bull, folks.
You know what they say, Red Bull gives you wings.
As the pace car lights are off, folks, you can get away from our bad jokes.
Yeah.
This is what happens when they give us a microphone.
Oh. Good thing, I'm just gonna stop it there. As we're gonna have another restart. We're only 30 laps into this race. Pace car is down. That 5 John Hinchcliffe is gone.
He got a jump on that one. It looks like it's the John Hinchcliffe show right now.
That's for sure. As it's like the 08 car of College Frito is going to duck down, and the 55 Stan Helm is going to get out of that mess. He's on older tires, but he is one of our playoff drivers, so that should be interesting to see. As Andrew Bird, he's already worked his way up to 7th.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something wrong with Danny Lowe, but he is falling back quick. I think he literally just went from like 8th back to second 12th now. He was dropping quick though.
As there's John Hinchcliffe, he's just pulling away. He has about a half a second over Kyle Frame.
Yeah, as Kyle and Josh Sturgill start to battle it out for second.
Yeah, the Andrew Bird, he's up to 6th. So, interesting to watch him. He is 2 seconds behind John Hinchcliffe. But, 2 seconds, that means nothing to Andrew Bird. He's come back from, 10 seconds almost to winning. So, to get the lead, he can do it.
We have a Kyle Frame fan in chat. Debbie Frame, she says, go number 57. Got some supporters showing up for Kyle.
He rolled off from the 8th position, currently sits in 3rd.
Yeah, and there's a pretty good battle right now between 4 of these guys, with Calvin Allison, Matt McClain, Kyle Frame, and Josh Sturgill. Those 4 just are going at it. And Andrew Bird just kind of sitting back.
Them too, looking a way to get around him. Gonna get the 5th position from Matt McClain going in turn 3.
Yeah, it looks like Calvin Allison keeps trying to look underneath Josh Sturgill, but he's doing a lot of give and take. He doesn't want to push anything right now, which is good.
Yeah, it is.
Somebody just blow an engine. Kyle Frame, did he just blow an engine?
Caution. Save us some fuel whenever you can, but you're doing a really good job. Tell me about your race car when you
Excuse
can.
me, folks.
Yeah.
Kyle Frame blew an engine. It looks like that's what brought out the caution. He probably put oil all over that track. That's not something you see very often.
Oh, I saw a puff of smoke and then immediately the caution came out.
Oh yeah, and it looks like yeah, he got caught up pretty good. It's like Derek Clark got into the back of him. I don't know if he slowed down or what, but it collected Danny Lowe in it too. Well, let's go ahead and get this all figured out. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We're here at the New England 125 presented by Silverman Game Call Cup Series. We'll be back in just a bit. Make sure you guys go check out that website, SilvermanGameCalls.com. Awesome duck calls and everything. They're awesome sponsors, awesome people that just make these things. So go check them out and use the code word OVAL for, I think, 10% off. So what better? You're saving money. As we're coming down the back stretch right now, pace car lights are off. A lot of controversy happening in this race, folks. But we're going to get back to racing.
Okay.
You're in the Facebook chat. Make sure to give us a share. Tell us who you're rooting for. What was that future Hall of Famer, Jake Little? We don't know because that pace car's in. And a green flag's back.
Carmen did not go at all. Like spun his tires or something. That's going to cause the inside to back up. That's right, because Angel Bird was wanting that to happen, and he's going to take off. You got the 5 of John Hitchcliffe on the outside. Looks like he's going to complete the pass off of turn 2.
Yeah, they've been preaching this whole race, give and take, and it looks like they're doing a lot of taking right now, because these guys do not want to give up positions.
It looks like Calvin Allison. He's going to try to get the third position away from Thomas Harmon, but you have the 72 of Tom and Heskard. Ryan Heskard who's right behind him.
And I'm telling you, that number 68 barely stuck in there. I mean, there could have been an accident there. Oh, contact!
Oh, we got 72
contact between Heskard and Sturgill. Sturgill's around. Heskard's in. Oh, collects. Oh,
look at your time to make sure everything looks okay.
Collected at number 64. Oh my God, folks, that was just a chain event right there. It just sucked everybody in. It's like, I got you. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab you.
Say, how many playoff drivers did that involve? I'm watching the replay right now. 17.
I think 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 17. He gets in the 72. Then the 88 hits the 17 behind.
Lot of damaged playoff vehicles.
So that's 2 right there. Then the 64 gets damaged. 55 gets damaged. A lot of playoff drivers, folks. Now the question is, Cardi,
Yeah, if you're using your fast repair, you're just gonna have to hold on for the run of it. Coming out of the Facebook chat, Luke says, "Go number 88. Matt McLean is the best oval driver." So we got a couple of Matt McLean fans roaming around in chat.
as we had, sorry to cut you off there, Richard, but we had pit stops. John Hitchcliffe, however, did not come in. The same with Patrick Green in the 8 car. 80, I believe the 87, or no, or is he a lap down? 87 as well. The 70. Just gonna wait until it gets updated here to get the complete rundown here.
It seems like there's a lot of confusion happening at this race. people complaining about driving, people complaining about EOLs, people complaining about free passes. Folks, this is playoff racing. This is the chase to 12. 4 people are going to be left behind. These guys are racing for their lives.
Yeah, that is true. As I said, John Hinchcliffe, Patrick Green, Sam Warren, Raymond Dormer, David Clark, Chuck Phillips. Just 7. Adrian Bird, first car out of pit road in 8th. So Adrian Bird, he's definitely doing pretty much what a lot of. I'm not saying these guys aren't talented, or not saying these guys are good racers, but Adrian Bird just knows when to, make his moves. Knows when to go make a pass. He he drove from 10th up to 3rd within 3-4 laps. So definitely Adrian Bird is all season. He's definitely one to watch. As it looks like they got the one to go here. So folks, we're going green once again.
So coming in, number 57, Kyle Frame. I don't know if he's done or not, but he is 7 laps down. They're asking. So he is currently 7 laps down. I don't know if he's out the track or not, though. We'll have to take a look through and see if we see him.
Yeah, 57 along with the 64 machine is
Green
sitting on
flag.
pit road as green flag is back.
And we watch John Hinchcliffe take off.
Once again, you can't tell. Raymond Dormer, he's going to go to the 2nd place.
We've got a lot of people sitting up here.
Wide in the back.
It's getting dicey.
Yeah.
It is getting dicey fast. We have a lot of people running up front right now that we hardly don't talk about throughout the whole season. When it comes down to playoff racing, and they're making their names be heard. I mean, Sam Warren, Patrick Green, David Clark, Raymond Dormer, all these people up here that are all phenomenal racers, but just we haven't talked about this season.
No, and John Hinchcliffe, man, he's pulled out about almost over a half a second lead, and those guys who took 4 tires, they're coming.
They're coming fast.
He got the 30.
As you got Patrick Green looking underneath Raymond Dormer. He gives it up though.
Yeah, Raymond Dormer sitting strong in the 2nd position. As you got Adrian Bird underneath the 8 machine. 8 of Patrick Green trying to take that 3rd spot away, but Patrick Green, he's going to get that run and make contact there just for a second.
There's a little bit of beating and banging going on. Robin's racing now.
And I didn't know if the 8 car just got loose off the corner, corrected it into the 32 car, but definitely hard contact there. There's 28 car Kevin Allison. He's going to look low underneath Patrick Green as well, as 32 is going to look under the 70 car.
And I tell you, I want to give everybody the heads up. The next caution we have, we're going to have some special news from somebody that's, I don't think has ever been on an interview with us. The owner of Oval, Online Virtual Auto Racing League, Tommy Reed, will be joining us in a bit. And as I talk about it, we got contact Calvin Ellison and the Raymond Dormer. No caution.
Caution's out.
Caution is out.
Talk me through your lap one time real quick.
I tell you, they wanted Tommy Reed on here sooner rather than later.
I'm looking at the replay here. They're coming off turn 2. Yeah, Calvin Allison just got loose. Came right across in front of Raymond Dormer. 2 chase drivers. Or playoff drivers, excuse me. Calvin Allison, he's sitting in a good position, but Raymond Dormer, he is in a must-win situation.
Exactly. Well, let's go ahead and let's do this. We're going to bring Tommy Reed on. Tommy, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. Can y'all hear me?
All right. The owner of the Oval, the guy that brings all the action. What you got for us?
Well, I kind of feel like a kid who didn't get what he wanted at Christmas. This kind of sucks, but it's pretty cool to have a different angle on this. But I got some playoff news. I know these guys right now are kind of running a little crazy, but like you all were talking about, there's going to be 4 drivers that will not make it past Dover next week. Now, for those folks who don't know, the rules clearly state for the playoffs you must run 2 out of the 3 races to remain eligible, the same way you had to run 12 of the first 26. Well, we've had 2 drivers who did not meet that minimum, and they are Brian Harford, last year's champion, and Jordan Beck. They have both been eliminated from the 2017 playoffs, so that means following Dover, 2 drivers will fill those spots, and then that'll be your 4. So it's you got guys who are literally fighting for that last little inch of real estate before we head on into Dover.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that final race when they finally finished that finish line, and the final 12 set, it's just a whole nother battle. I mean, first stage is done. Now we move on to where there's 12 left, and they're fighting for 8 spots. So it's only going to get tighter, folks.
Yeah, it's kind of like putting them on a sinking ship, and then we take 12 people off, we put them on another sinking ship, and then we take 8 of them off, put them on another one, and then we let 4 of them try to figure out, play King of the Mountain. And I'm hoping that they can calm down. Danny Lowe, God bless him, I know he's working his tail off. It's not easy to do this, folks, whether you're in a car or out of it. I took myself out of the car this year to go do this up in the booth, and due to unforeseen technical difficulties tonight, I'm out. So, but Danny's doing as good a job as anybody could ask for. Just hope the drivers remain patient and have a good race, finish this thing out.
Yeah, it's been a common occurrence in a lot of races this year is technology. Casey Heschel's out tonight because it's a crap, as he says. So a lot of people have problems. I know Andrew Burns had problems with his internet or his computer this year. Many other people too. So that's something you have to battle. You don't just battle the physical aspect of this. I mean, you do the technology aspect of it too. You hope your computer holds up.
Yeah, well, this one couldn't have picked a worse time to not hold up. I mean, I was looking forward to this, especially after last week at Chicago. But these guys will get it. It'll be a good race, and we'll get them down to the end, and we'll go to Dover and do what we got to do. It'll be awesome.
That's what we're talking about. I mean, we're 55 laps into 125, so we're about halfway there here. New England 125 presented by Superman Game Call Cup Series. As that pace car is coming out of turn 4, it's going to take that hard left. It does that. Green flag's out.
Once again, John Hinchcliffe, he gets that good run, but Matt McLean, he's going to want to take second spot away from that 32 car of Angel Bird. He's going to get that run off the corner. He will get that run, but along with him is the 68 car, Thomas Harmon. I believe that's who that is. Yes, it is. Right behind him, Ryan Heskard.
We have not seen that long green flag run yet, so we got to see how these tires are going to hold up and who's going to actually prevail if we do get a long run.
You mentioned a long run. One thing they're going to have to worry about, I'm just thinking here, if they do get a long green flag run is...
Oh, they're beating and banging back there in 5th and 6th spot. Josh Sturgill and Ryan Hess.
Josh Sturgill wants to go.
He said, man, you ain't got to stay here, but I'm moving you.
Looks like Matt McLean kind of caught the wall a little bit, but it looks like he's okay.
Yeah, do you think at this point they're going to start to settle down? kind of get into a rhythm of things?
What? 59 of 125. Let me hand it in the calculator out here.
This guy comes with everything, folks. That's why he's a future Hall of Famer. He's got his notes. He's got his calculator. He's even posting on Twitter. He's got it all going on.
We got about 67, 66 laps to go. I believe, if they wanna, they can come in. They can split it if they wanted to. Come right down the middle, hit in 30 laps, do a 37 lap run, and then have like a 30 lap run if it'll go green the rest of the way.
And that's the question: will it go green the rest of the way?
It will not go green the rest of the way. It will not.
I mean, these guys proved last week they can run long distance.
They did almost went almost the full race without a caution. Then we had 2 or 3 cautions right at the end. So it can be done.
As they're 3 wide going down the back stretch. Oh. Calvin Allison said, "I want nothing to do with this. I'm going to back out."
Yeah, that's why decision here is Andrew Bird trying to get by that 88 machine.
And then he comes down the front stretch and says, "You know what? Sounds good." He goes right through the middle of was it David Clark? And Chuck Phillips. He's like, "Just let me through here."
You guys remember back into the July race? These two running second and third, Andrew Bird and Matt McLean running. When
come on, hit the wall.
Past
Back to it. We have battles happening everywhere, folks. These guys, they're fighting for their life. Caution's out. Big crash. Who is involved? Get a random wow from Darren Clark, so Cal Trito, Darren Clark involved. Sounds like a little bit of drama. I'm trying to catch my earpiece. Justin Epperson and Kyle Trito got into it. Kyle Trito was trying to correct it and came up into Darren Clark. Darren Clark was at the wrong place at the wrong time. You gotta feel sorry for that guy.
And he came on the corner. But
it looks like Darren Clark is done for the night.
Very unfortunate for the 20 bunch here tonight.
Folks, these tensions are high. Emotions are boiling over. We're going to take a second. We're going to take a breather. We'll be right back. New England 125, presented by a simple man game called Cup Series. We'll be back in a minute. Presented by Speedway Game Series, and coming out of that caution, Justin Epperson, the number 2 Facebook card, did get the EOL for connecting with the number 08 of Kyle Trito. What are you thinking, Jake Little?
Well, I'm thinking we're going racing once again. That's what I'm thinking. I want to get this race going, but John Hinchcliffe.
Let me just set this one up real quick. Sitting second, Matt McLean. Sitting second, Andrew Bird. Sitting third, Matt McLean. This could be good, folks. Pace cars in, green flags out. We're going to see that number 88 and 32 next to each other. Some playoff racing. The tensions have been high all season.
Now, John Hinchcliffe knows he's in. Really, he wants to get this win. He wants to secure, his spot in the round of 12. But if someone's going to have anything to say about that, it will be that 32 machine of Andrew Bird.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, it could also be his win for John Hinchcliffe. So that's something to watch out for too.
Yeah, it's Matt McLean. He's slid back to the 4th position, but pretty much everyone is single file here. John, he's had a strong car, even on older tires. He's able to get there, pull away, and be able to hold his Thomas Harmon. He's trying to give the bumper to the 32 car.
Thomas Harmon's giving Andrew Bird the business.
Wouldn't that be an upset?
Letting him know he's there, though. That's all he's doing.
Say Thomas Harmon, the top 3 have pulled away a little bit over the 4th place car, but Thomas Harmon, a guy we haven't talked about really, is right up there in the top 3 with Andrew Bird and John Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, we're having surprises after surprise.
32 car, he is there. Oh, getting ever so close. That looked like 32 is going to give 5 the good old door slam.
I tell you what, if you're going to watch somebody, you're watching at number 32 right now as he's fighting for the lead. Underneath John Hinchcliffe right now is battling on the front stretch.
Say John Hinchcliffe.
It looks like they connected a little bit.
Yeah. And Thomas Harmon's just like, yeah, you boys can wreck. That's okay.
Oh, John Hinchcliffe is not giving him an inch, but Andrew Bird's going to take it. He's in there. He's taking over the first position. John Hinchcliffe looks to the bottom, though. He says, you're not going to have it that easy, buddy. You can't have your cake and eat it, too. I'm going to be right here.
Yeah, takes the lead here. John Hinchcliffe right second. As once again, I keep mentioning him. Thomas Harmon riding in the third position, but right behind him is Matt McLean, and Matt McLean is slowly starting to make gains on the leader. Matt McLean looks like his car is set up for the longer run. So, if you go play, watch for that.
Got a slow car on the bottom. I didn't catch the number on it. We have a simple 7-car breakout right now, where these 7, I mean, it could be anybody still. But you're looking at Andrew Bird out front.
Yeah.
We're coming to complete lap 77 of 125 here to New England 125, presented by Speedway Game Call Cup Series.
So still anybody's race here, so...
One mistake. One mistake is all it takes. We proved it last week.
That's all it takes, and, you know, remember last week, you know, Calvin Allison, Angel Bird battling, you know, they're in the deep in the, about mid in the back up, and Calvin Allison gets loose and clips the 32 machine, ending both of their chances at winning that race. So,
yeah, I can almost guarantee you Andrew Bird wanted to come into this race, having won that last race, and being able to just cruise to the round of 12. But now he's having to fight a little bit.
That's true. That is true. Keep in mind, he came into this playoffs with such a big point lead because of the bonus points. He is still sitting in the number 1 seed. Him and Calvin Allison are the only two who did not change.
And then it's just a battle after that. And this year, we've already said it, we're going to have a new champion. Brian Harford is not going to repeat because he did not make these races.
Him and, as you heard, league owner of Oval, Tommy Reed, in his interview, that the Jordan Beck and Brian Harford are already eliminated from this event, or from this championship hunt.
And we're hearing a lot of complaints from the drivers coming saying it's hard to pass. And that is why it's vital to get these positions on the pit stops and on the restarts. This track, it is hard to pass.
Yeah. That is great firing behind from that 68 car of Thomas Harmon. I believe if Thomas Harmon can get around that 5 car, he's just trying to find a way to do it. I believe he might close in. And so I know it's a long shot, but I believe he'll be able to close in on that 32 car.
We got a battle happening back here for the 5th position, 5th and 6th. It looks like Calvin Allison and Josh Sturgill fighting it out with Justin Levine. Calvin Allison keeps looking. He wants it. He wants to take it. Now he's going to look to the outside. Josh Sturgill looks like he might have just gave that one up and said, buddy, you can go.
What we're talking about earlier, give and take. But the last, last 15, 20 laps, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's all take. We're not gonna be giving anything."
Yeah, you can't be doing much giving anymore. That looks like the theme is based off the.
Yeah, that is true. And you mentioned earlier, Richard, that Andrew Bird will not win this championship.
I honestly don't see him winning it. I think he might be the final 4, but I think else is.
I'm curious, who do you think is going to win this championship?
I think he's got to watch Josh Sturgill.
Josh Sturgill. He is.
Z Talk Motorsports, I'm telling you, they're a tough team. They're going to be there.
This is Josh Sturgill, currently running the as they're getting single file out here. Let's go and go through the field here. As Andrew Bird, you started second and made a lot of pit stops here tonight, lap 85. He's pulled out to a 1.5 second lead over John Hinchcliffe, who did not pit under that last caution when Andrew Bird did, but holding his ground. John Hinchcliffe, he started 4th position. Car looks to be handling pretty good, but getting a lot of heat from the 68 machine. Richard. Yeah, let's got Matt McLean running in the 4th position.
And running in that 5th position right now, I wanted to talk about this because we do have some bold predictions happening. I'm not going to say the name, but somebody just did say that number 28 of Calvin Allison was going to win the championship. That's something we're going to have to watch.
Yeah, that is true. Calvin Allison, like I said earlier, I'm not trying to put any of these drivers down. These drivers are, talented. They're good. I'd be down there, but I'm not that good of a driver. I crash more than what I can finish. But anyway,
not you, no.
Calvin Allison, he's gonna be one that's gonna go into the Final Four. He's gonna be there at Homestead. He's gonna be there, and remember back in Indy, he sat on the pole and dominated the race and won. So he is good generally on the longer run, as you see it here. He's trying to get the 4th position away from Matt McLean, as he had to back up there, look like have a little contact. But no, I agree with whoever said that the 28 car is going to be there to win the championship in 2017.
Gentlemen, can I put my 2 cents in?
Go ahead.
Jake, you hit the nail on the head. That 28 car is real good on long runs. He's been that way all season long. And if my personal opinion is if he can make it into Homestead, that is going to be the car to beat. If y'all will recall last year at Homestead, we went real long runs. So you might be on to something right there.
And that's a good point that Tommy Reed just made there. And he fled back further. He's currently 4.4 seconds behind Andrew Bird. But the question is, are we going to see pit stops? There's 35 laps to go. Tires are starting to fall off. Speeds are dropping. I believe John Hinchcliffe, good. He come in the last 2 cautions. Is he gonna?
Oh man, they're squeezing past. That almost got ugly with Justin Epperson and I think it was Ames. They were 3 wide for a second. Squirrely. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break in. But
no, you're
Matt
fine.
McLean and Calvin Allison were around it, and it could have went bad quick.
No, you're better than me just rambling on about random stuff.
I'm watching the race, and I'm like, whoa, what the heck's here? Looks like Chris James is extremely slow right now.
As Andrew Bird, he's in his own little area code. He's 2.3 seconds ahead of 2nd place of John Hinchcliffe. So, if it goes green, comes in. It might
It's
drag.
something to see.
it might drag some of these other leaders in, and that could be what John Hinchcliffe was trying to do. As far as decap pit road, hoping to gain some time, then have those leaders come in.
But it's something to see too. John Hinchcliffe is on like 56 lap tires, and he's still running second.
Yeah, we made it. It just shows you, we mentioned earlier, if fresh tires or not, it is hard to pass here. And if you have that track position, he was holding that lead even with 20 lap older tires, 30 lap older tires against Andrew Bird. Look how long he held him off on the beginning of that run, but Andrew Bird just got the best of him. He was able to get that grip and turn it down to the bottom of the track. That's the question. Will and if John Hinchcliffe pits, the leaders in? That is the question. And how much time will John Hinchcliffe gain before the leaders come in?
Hey, Jake, I got something for you. Let's throw a wrench in this. What happens if there's a late race caution and everybody has stayed out for a long period of time? If I'm everybody running from second or third on back, anything that 32 does, I'm doing the exact opposite. He comes in, I'm staying out. Give it a shot. You got to do something.
And that is true. 32. He obviously, no question about it, dominant car of the day, or of the race. And as we just mentioned, track position and here is key. It's hard to pass. It's a very narrow group. You're gonna want to do the opposite of what Andrew Bird does. They already know. Okay, Andrew Bird, he is the one to beat.
See, that strategy is only going to work if a lot of cars do it. You have got to bury him in the back somewhere. It will not work if only one or two guys try it, because he'll just go past you. However, that 5 car comes in. I think that right there will be your class of the field right here. If that 5 car can come in and get a short run, that'll be the man to beat.
5 car is coming down pit road.
And that number 5 he's going down pit road right now.
Called it sooner than I thought.
He went 43, 44 laps on his tires. So this is gonna be interesting to see. Do you think this will bring down any of the leaders? So we should see how this.
Thomas Harmon's pitting. Number 68.
Running. Say the 5 car, he only took 2 tires. Took 2 tires, so this should be interesting.
Are you going to have somebody that's going to try to drag it out? That is the question. If Andrew Bird comes in and pits, does Calvin Allison try to run these 19, 20 laps?
If there's no... Andrew Bird, he's going to stay out. He's going to run these last, 20-some laps, 23, 24 laps when they go green, if they go green. But if a late caution comes out,
and then that's when you throw everything into the wind and just hope.
Yeah, say John Hinchcliffe, he is the first car 1 lap down, and he's gonna easily get his lap back when he gets to the 32 car. See, last time by, to give you folks a comparison here. Last time by, John Hinchcliffe ran a 28:43, and our leader, Andrew Bird, ran a 29:21. So
almost a half a second difference.
Yeah, just about a half a second difference. So he's gonna need a caution when he gets this. For this to work, he's gonna have to have everyone come in, for him to get his track.
Yeah, because he's a lap down right now. John Hinchcliffe is.
Yeah, he's gonna, he'll get it back if he can get to him. He'll pass him. I think Andrew Bird, he's probably gonna let him by. Andrew Bird's not worried about him. That's just one less person to worry about. But this should be interesting to. they're going to catch him, and he's going to go alone. You heard 32 Angry Bird say he's going to let him by. That would be the smart thing to do, but... Yeah, Calvin Allison running second as we only have 11 cars on the lead lap, and the 5 car is trying to get by him. 32 car. Yeah, Calvin Allison second. His 5 car is going to get by the 32 car.
He's going to get that lap back as they're all going past. Number 21.
Calvin Allison, as I just talked about Calvin Allison. Calvin Allison is going to come down pit road next time by. He just came over the text thread and said he's pitting in.
That's been in there for a while. That's been sitting there for a while. I do not think we're going to see a Calvin Allison.
I say, not paying attention then. That's my fault.
But right now, Andrew Bird's just cruising to a victory. Unless he gets caught up in something. I mean, these guys are not going to catch him with 17 laps to go. So, he's got his feet out the window. He's looking to the round of 12.
So yeah, if Angry Bird does win this race, will be locked round of 12 in a couple of weeks. So yeah, Calvin Allison, he's 5.9 seconds behind Angry Bird. Anyone have any chance to Angry Bird? Angry Bird is going to have to have a mistake or a caution is going to come out in order. For someone
But you're looking at some of the tracks that are coming up where there are opportunist tracks. I mean, you got Talladega and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. It looked like the 32 car. He had a hard time getting around that 2 car with Justin Epperson. It looked like they almost made contact.
Yeah, he come across that radio quick and let him know. Caution's out.
So,
game changer. Caution.
Now,
Justin Epperson, the number 2.
I just talked about that. And I bet you that 5 car is not going to pit. He's going to stay out. We're going to have less than...
This right here is going to dictate... This is going to dictate the end of the race. We are going to have one heck of a race now.
We're probably going to have about 10 laps. Hey, as I was just mentioning.
Well, they coming down. All right, so from the replay clearly getting into Justin Epperson, but Justin Epperson was just disqualified. And with that disqualification comes a suspension, correct? Next week? How is that going to work out? Is there an appeal process? Because clearly by the replay, you can see Andrew Bird getting into him.
No, I'm trying to get a better angle at it, but they get into it. It kind of looked like the 2 car came down in front of the 32, but the 32, the 2 could have gone out in 32's way.
And yeah, you do that. He is a lap down. He probably should.
But there's something that happened after
it could have ended wrong. It could have ended totally wrong.
Yeah, but then the 2 car gets hit, but he gets loose and gets hit by the 55. Now, trying to go back, I don't believe Justin Epperson was given an EOL earlier in the night. I do not believe. So
Justin Epperson was caused in another wreck. That is the second one of the night.
So I was looking back, and just as I called it, the 5 car is going to stay out. So
yeah, folks. I mean, you're looking. I mean, just the top 7, 6, 7 are the ones that have been up here fighting for it most of this race. From John Hinchcliffe starting first, Andrew Bird coming second, Ryan Hescar third, Calvin Ellison fourth, Matt McLean fifth, Justin Levine sixth, and Josh Sturgill seventh. Zachary Hale eighth, Chuck Phillips ninth, and Patrick Green rounding out the top 10. Folks, I'm telling you what, we're going to have, 11 laps to go, 12 laps to go when we get to green, and it's going to be an all-out brawl.
yeah, we're going to have around 10, 11 laps to go. But as I say, this should be interesting to see.
Hey guys, one more thing. At lap 113, which is now, there are no more suspension penalties. EOLs are still in play, but the suspensions are no longer a factor. And then at lap 120, when the leader hits 120, iRacing has 100% control of the cautions.
Yeah, that is a good point. And this restart, it could dictate how the rest of this race goes, as Rick, you mentioned earlier. But John Hinchcliffe, we've talked about him all night. Could this move that he did win him this race?
Well, I tell you what, we're fixing to find out. Pace car takes that left. Green flag's out. John Hinchcliffe takes off to that first position. Andrew Bird sitting second.
Yeah, Calvin Allison.
Calvin Allison looking
to
the outside, yeah. Ooh. Here we go, folks. We got a top 3 happening. They're going to start to battle it out. There's no more give and take. There's no more giving. It's all taking from here on out.
They all playoff drivers.
Calvin Allison looking underneath John.
Looked up the inside.
My voice is going, folks.
Calvin Allison trying so hard to get that lead. You got 10 laps to go. Here's Calvin Allison's going to look again. He backs out so he doesn't get into the 5.
John Hinchcliffe is holding them off, though. That is some racing up front. As Calvin looks back to the inside. He wants that top spot. Calvin Ellison wants this win. He can taste it, folks.
But you got Ryan in the 4th position, just waiting for something to happen. He's waiting for these top 3 to make contact so he can get that win. But that
at what point are we going to see the bump and run? No, contact!
Once again, the 32 and 28 made
what
contact.
What a save!
Like I said, it opens up the skirt.
Andrew Bird's going to come back, and at what point? I mean, you have 8 laps to go now. What point? I mean, he's going to use the done it all season, so he's going to move you.
Advantage coming out of that corner is
contact. John Hinchcliffe takes we got a wreck. Calvin Ellison's involved.
Calvin Ellison, Andrew Bird, 2 weeks in a row.
John Hinchcliffe caught the wall.
And you know what? And guess who has the lead? Ryan Heskard got through.
Matt McLean looks like to be sitting second.
2
weeks in a row, folks. So 2 weeks in a row.
Remember who was sitting second and first for the majority of this race in July?
Matt McLean sitting, yeah.
I'm watching that replay, and I heard John Hinchcliffe come over the radio and say he got loose, came down. Calvin Ellison happened to be there. Nowhere to go for Andrew Bird. And then Senator 2 just goes right through the middle. So we're going to get this situated for you guys. We're going to take a quick break and get back to you.
Drama in New England, folks. It all went sour quick. Running up there, John Hinchcliffe catches the 28 of Calvin Allison, which then connects with the 32 of Andrew Bird. And it just changes the whole race. It's just like last week all over. We're here at the New England 125, presented by Speedway Game Called Cup Series. As you can tell, my voice is getting even more shot. This has been one heck of a race. We're going to have like 3 laps to go when we get to green.
Richard, I'll take over from here. Don't need you to strain your voice anymore than what you actually have to.
I can't take this, folks.
Okay. Like Richard said, we're going to have 3 laps to go. Ryan Hesker, who was sitting 4th at the time, got through that. He is the leader. Chuck Phillips is 2nd. Patrick Green will restart 3rd. Josh Sturgill 4th. Zachary Hale.
I'm telling you, you got to watch that Josh Sturgill.
Hey,
Pace cars in. Green flags out.
3 laps to go. And Ryan
Josh
Hesker.
Sturgill goes up to the 3rd spot. You got to watch him, folks. I'm calling it. He might win this race now.
They were going to come back around with 2 laps to go, and here comes the 54 car of Justin Levine.
Caution would end the race right now. It would end under caution. 2 laps to go.
Say Chuck Phillips, he's going to try to get up there and battle the 72 car for the win.
And then we got these 1 and 2 right now. Both.
How about that? Chuck Phillips up in the 2nd position with Ryan Hesker leading.
Thomas Ryan Hesker comes out of turn 4. White flags in the air. New England 125.
I said, right now, Josh Sturgill, he is the highest running playoff driver.
I think he's one to sustain right now. With Chuck Phillips, Chuck Phillips is the highest right now. But those 2, 2nd and 3rd, they are just one to sustain. As Ryan Heskard comes out of turn 4, checker flags in the air. First career win.
Goes to Ryan. All right, Ryan Heskard. As we're gonna get a word with Ryan Heskard, Chuck Phillips, and Josh Sturgill here. I believe what you said was his first career win.
Yes, first career in oval.
Yes, first career oval win it. He's on the front straightaway. And say as he's burning it down, I'm gonna dial up our 3rd place finisher of Josh Sturgill here. He's definitely Danny Lowe is talking to the drivers here. Wait till he's done. Alright, I believe he's done as hey Josh Sturgill, Jake Lowe, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
And you kind of had a up and down day. You started on the pole and an early battle with Andrew Bird. Walk us through your run here tonight and how your car and the track felt tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the car felt good. Towards the end there, I couldn't really get the brake bias or get it figured out. It got real tight, and I really couldn't rotate to the center. But just stupid mistakes really early on caused me to have to battle way through, and I think that kind of cost me my chances to win.
And you definitely had a fast car tonight. It kind of looked like you were going to get up there and maybe steal one from Ryan Hesgard, but all in all, you definitely had a good run here tonight. And have any sponsors or anyone you want to thank out here tonight?
Oh yeah, I want to thank Simple Man Game Calls, Z Talk Radio, The Buzz, Danny Lowe, Tommy Reed, and Yellow Flag TV, and everybody else that's involved. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun.
All right, man. Good run here tonight, and see you next week at Dover.
Thanks, man.
All right, that was our third place finisher, Josh Sturgill, and right now I'm gonna dial up the second place finisher of Chuck Phillips. And Chuck Phillips, Jake Little, you got a copy?
Yeah, man, how you doing?
Probably not as good as you're doing right now. You came away with a P2 finish, and how did you manage to pull that one out of the rabbit's hat here tonight?
I got lucky.
Yeah, lucky. We were watching you were right around mid pack here tonight. You rolled off in the 25th position, and we're hearing a lot of drivers say it's hard to pass. Track position is key. Where were you able to make the most gains on guys when you were able to pass them?
I made most of my gains on the track, so I can't say I made any on pit road because I just didn't. I could pass a little bit. It was tough. It was tough to get around some guys. Some guys really held you up. Some let you go.
Were you notice like when the race started, there's a lot of caution every few laps, or were you one of those guys that came down every other caution, every caution, or did you try to stay out and stayed out for a caution, came in next caution, or what was your strategy here tonight to come away with this second place finish? Besides, as you said, being lucky.
I pit every single time until I got enough to get finished. So I did pit when everybody else came in, not before the long run. So, but I usually pit every time, every caution there is, and then when I have enough to finish, I usually stay out.
And you definitely had the right strategy to come up with a top 3 finish. And do you have any sponsors or anyone, fans you want to thank here tonight?
Well, I definitely got to thank Danny Lowe and Tommy Reed for putting the whole thing together with Simple Man Game Call series. This has been a great series to run. I've had fun all year, so, and I don't really have any sponsors. The wife.
All right, that was a great run here tonight, and we'll see you next week at Dover. That was the second place finisher, Chuck Phillips, and I'm down in Age of Pain Victory Lane very quickly with Ryan Hesgard. Ryan Hesgard, Jake Little, you got a copy down there?
Yeah, buddy.
Ryan Hesgard, first career oval win coming at New Hampshire, the New England 125. Describe, from up here, it definitely looked crazy, definitely in those last 10, 15 laps. Describe what it was like in your view when that wreck happened in front of you.
First of all, I gotta thank Simple Man Games Calls for giving me the opportunity to run in here. My third race, first career win. Yeah, that was pretty nuts. I kind of was laying back a little bit, letting those guys race it out. I mean, it was the same type of situation as last weekend, where I was running third. Those guys wrecked, and I got into them. And I thought it was going to happen again today, but luckily we had a good spotter, so we got through it.
And I was up here, as that was happening, you were starting to fall back a little bit. And I told him, on the broadcast, Ryan Heskard, he's trying to drop back. He is just waiting for something to happen, waiting for those top two, top three to wreck, so he just get right on by him, and you definitely did. And when I saw that happen, I'm just like, what, that probably just took up the top four, and next thing you know, I see you drive right through the middle, but definitely a fast move. And were you kind of nervous when you saw those guys behind you come in, or did you think you had like 5 laps left? You definitely had this one in the bag for the win.
I wouldn't say I was the fastest car or anything like that. And yeah, I did fall back a little bit, letting those guys just to see what would happen. And I got lucky. I didn't have the fastest car, but I did have the preferred line. And when this track got rubbered in, unless you had fresh tires, you were not passing on the low line. So I knew if I drove it in easy, rolled the center, and then got off a little bit earlier, those guys weren't going to be able to pass me. So I felt pretty confident that they weren't getting around. It's not much you can do when you can't pass.
Yeah, that's true. We mentioned earlier in our broadcast that track position, old tires or not, is key at this track, since it is pretty much a one-groove racetrack. But you'll see people try to dive it down the bottom. Earlier in the race, I didn't notice, but did you try to dive it down the bottom, or try to ride up higher to see if it'll work, or did you pretty much just stay right in the center of the racetrack?
I tried the middle lane early in the run, or early even in the race, and then I got that Josh and I got together there a little bit. I still got to watch the replay on that. I didn't really agree with the EOL, but that said, I kind of adjusted my line after that, just to give the bottom a little bit more room if they wanted to try it. I had an escape route, so I ran the top a little bit in the middle part of the race, and then I was just kind of experimenting, seeing where I could find a little bit more speed or consistency, until like that. Our last run there, I ran the top line, which I think that was by far the preferred line once this track got rubbered in.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you mentioned you think so many game calls. Have any other sponsors or shout outs you want to give here tonight?
Well, first I got to shout out my teammates. Without the support and the practice sessions and just the overall competitiveness between friends, we wouldn't have been able to even be able to compete in any of these races. So I got to thank Silent Syndicate and the S2R race team first. Got to thank the Buzz, and of course we have to thank Simple Man Game Calls. I'm an avid hunter, and I enjoy their calls. Overall good product, stuff like that. Those are the three I got. Shout out to Thomas Harmon and his Avril paint scheme. He likes to run Avril. So.
All right, man. Once again, good job on the win, and hopefully we'll see you next week at Dover. All right, that was our winner, 72 Ryan Heskard, first career win. And Richard, do you want me to see if I can dial up either Andrew Bird or Calvin Allison here?
Yeah, I'm looking at the points right now. If it were to enter right now, and I would hate to beat David Clark. That's all I'm going to say. We'll go over that in a second.
I'm going to see if Calvin Allison is in here still. Calvin Allison, Jake Liddy, got a copy?
Hey.
Once again, you had a very fast race car. You started in the third position. Looked like you kind of fell back early. Kind of walk us through your run here tonight leading up to your incident?
I had a lot of fun. I mean, iRacing did a lot of work for the track surface where you can run just about anywhere now, and it was fun diving it off of 2 and then swinging it low off of 4 and running on the apron.
Yeah, you definitely had one of the fastest cars, if not the car to beat. Walk us through that incident with you and John Hinchcliffe coming off the corner, turn 2.
Win the race. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at him for getting it loose off of 2 and getting into me. It's pointless. We're just out here having fun.
Yeah, that is true. And kept on seeing you dive it down into the corner. Just were you just that confident in your car, or were you just trying to see if it would stick, or you think you, like I said, you had what it takes to get by him going in the corner and slide up?
Yeah, I mean, he PM'd me and said he was on 2 tires. He was apologizing, and I told him not to worry about it, but he was just trying to hold Andrew and I off at the end. I think he probably could have held both of us off because he had the top line. It's so hard to pass here, but I mean, things happen, and we'll just go on to Dover, I believe it is, and try to win the race.
Yeah, that is true. And now, you and Andrew, you guys both had a respectable lead going into last week's race. After that race ended, you two were still in the top 2. Does that change your perspective going into that race, knowing that you have a comfortable lead over 13th place, or are you still still be in a situation of having to go win?
Try to go out and be consistent. It didn't hurt me as bad tonight getting 11th again, but I mean, once you get deeper into the playoffs, I'm gonna have to get a little bit more serious instead of getting wrecked out every week, or I'll just be, I guess, not going to Homestead.
Yeah, well, definitely have a Homestead-worthy car, but do you have anyone you want to thank out here tonight? Any shout-outs or sponsors?
Yeah, I want to thank y'all for broadcasting. It's always fun to go back and watch the replay, and I got to thank all 3 of my spotters, Mike Snyder, Brandon Setzer, and Knock Payne. And I don't know where KC was tonight. I guess he couldn't get a good internet connection or whatever down in Charlotte. But and also thank Oval for sponsoring the league. It's awesome to be racing with them.
As always, it is, and you come away with an 11th place finish, as you said, and hopefully see you next week at Dover.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that was Calvin Allison, one of the faster cars here tonight. One of the.
Did I hear him correctly? Did he say Myatt Snyder is his spotter? I think I heard that correctly. That is pretty awesome, folks. I don't know if you guys know who that name is. You know what that name is?
I know the name. Yeah.
You don't know Myatt Snyder, do you? You don't know. You don't know who we got to do some teaching around here.
Keep in mind, I came into this league after.
All right, let me say another name for you. Marty Snyder.
Yeah, I know the name Marty Snyder.
That's Marty Snyder's son.
Marty, clever.
Myatt Snyder races for Kyle Busch Motorsport. The number 1, the 51, Louisiana hot sauce. Yeah. So that was just pretty cool when he said it, spotter. But I tell you what's not cool is if this playoffs were to end after this race, David Clark would have missed the cutoff by 1 point. That's how close it is, folks.
You want me to see if I can get No, never mind. He just left.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go over the playoff grid after 36.
Let me get to it here, folks.
As we're looking at it live right now, if it were to end right now, but we have one more race. We have your top 12 would be this. It would be Andrew Bird, Calvin Allison, Matt McLean, Josh Sturgill, Chuck Phillips, Kyle Frame, Aaron Taylor, Sam Niederhelm coming in 8th, Andrew Jones in 9th, Chris James in 10th, Sam Warren 11th, John Hinchcliffe 12th. We said earlier, Brian Harford and Jordan Beck eliminated. They didn't make the races. So there's 2 spots that people are trying to get out of, and that's that 13th and 14th spot. As of right now, it's not looking good for Raymond Domer. But David Clark I'm gonna say this, from Kyle Frame down to David Clark, you're gonna see a switch of positions next week.
Oh, for sure.
Raymond Dormer needs to win. He doesn't win, he doesn't advance to the round of 12. And that's not taking anything. Phenomenal season. To even make the round of 16 is awesome. It says a lot about your racing. And we're not saying he's not going to win next week. I mean, Casey Heschel won last week. So everything's on the table right now. But this is how the points would look if the playoff, if the round of 16 ended right now. So you're David Clark, Jake Little, all right? Well, what are you thinking for next week?
Yeah, if I'm David Clark, I'm showing up and hoping that someone, either John Hinchcliffe, Sam Warren, or someone doesn't show up. But if that doesn't happen, it's most likely not going to happen. He's going to have to go out and just, don't take any unnecessary risks. Just try to go and beat him. That's all he can do. Go win the race. That's all he can do. And hope for one of those playoff drivers to have issues. We saw tonight. We saw Andrew Jones. He had issues here tonight. Kyle Frame. He had some issues here tonight. But
we're seeing it where next week you could have John Hinchcliffe gets in an accident, comes off the corner, takes him and somebody else gets connected. That could quite well end the round of 16, the playoff for John Hinchcliffe if he has a mistake like that. Yeah. So this is what they're dealing with, folks. Next week, the tension's going to be high, and this is why emotions are boiling over. We talked about it earlier, how David Clark was not happy with the way stuff was going, and it's because he knows he's in this predicament.
Like Srini mentioned, looking at this playoff grid, like you said, Raymond Dormer, he is in a must-win situation, but he can do it. You mentioned he does have the skills. He is a truck racer from, I don't know, where is he from, Richard?
Who's that?
Sure. Raymond Dormer, where is he from?
Florida. He is from Florida.
He's a truck racer from Florida. So he has what it takes, and like you said, Andrew Jones, Sam Niederhelm, everyone from really, it really could be, like you said, Andrew from Kyle Frame all the way down to John Hinchcliffe. Any of those from 6th place on down will be one of the 2 eliminated. Raymond Dormer, he's in a must-win situation. But the other guy, if he doesn't win, he'll be eliminated. I don't want to say that, but it will happen if he doesn't win next.
As of right now, Raymond Dormer does not win next week. You do not want to be that guy in the 15th spot, or you're done. So we're going to see how that all plays out, folks. That's all going to go down next week. Dover International Speedway. I think it is Dover International. It's Dover Speedway. We'll be back at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, make sure you guys go check out Simple Man Game Calls. Awesome calls. You heard it tonight. what's his name, saying he was an avid hunter and he loved the calls. I mean, they're endorsed by some of the biggest hunters in this league and around the world. Go check them out. Use the code OVAL. You get 10% off. You save money. You get a call. You shoot a buck. You get dinner. Win a chicken dinner, right? Next week. This is Richard Rose, future Hall of Famer Jake Little, and I think Tommy Reed is still somewhere around. You guys will see you next week.